Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Halloween special, Hampton, Vancouver. We've been on an awesome ride so far. Every single hour of the day, we have had a new video with a new match with new superstars. Tonight is no different. We're starting it off hot because we have Seth freaking Rollins coming out as the billionaire playboy, the philanthropist, whatever. Not the right nicknames anyways, but it's Batman. Batman! And you can be damn well sure that whenever Seth freaking Rollins comes out for a fight, for a match, he's going to give it his all, do what it takes to make sure he comes out on top and be the top superstar of all time. And up next is none other than lying, cheating, stealing Eddie Guerrero. And Seth Rollins is guaranteed to feel the Latino heat. So we have Seth Rollins as Batman in one corner, Eddie Guerrero as Zorro in the other. And a 20-minute time limit for an Iron Man match. Whoever gets the most falls in those 20 minutes, it becomes the victor and the undisputed champion. Well, not an actual champion, just being able to boast about being the winner, essentially. Nonetheless, this is sure to be an awesome match. Because when you have Seth freaking Rollins, GOAT in his own right, go one-on-one with the legendary Hall of Famer, gone too soon, Eddie Guerrero, man. I believe these two are going to put on magic. Lest we forget, if this ends in a draw at all, folks, which it doesn't really happen often, but in the rare case that it does, we end in a draw tonight. We will restart the match and go into sudden death. These two with some back and forth so far. Beautiful lockups, beautiful maneuvers. A headlock locked in tight on Seth Rollins, trying to squeeze the life out of him. But Seth had his number there for a moment, and in with an early cover. You can guarantee that's not going to get a fall that early into the match. But hey, you exert the energy. You allow for more times where they might not be able to kick out. And Eddie tried one on his own. And Eddie now in the corner. The quickness, the quick-paced athleticism of Eddie Guerrero. That kind of thing that makes you love him so much. Dude was a legend. Dude was so freaking awesome, and not to mention loved by everybody around the world and in that locker room. Now Eddie, I think that's a modified last one from El Paso. I don't think that was fully locked in, but Eddie was trying it early, hoping to get a quick tap out from Seth Rollins. And now airplane spin on Seth, trying to make him dizzy. He may have succeeded. He goes in with the cover, and Seth Rollins. And you may be thinking, why go for the cover so early? And it's quite simple. Simple as this. You want to get the falls as early as possible, as quickly as possible. You want to be a fall ahead of your opponent. Then you have the clear advantage, and all you need to do is play the defensive game. You just need to make sure you aren't pinned down or submitted. Now Eddie off of that ropes in with a springboard drop kick. Picture perfectly hit on Seth freaking Rollins. Now off the shot to the gut, lifts him up in with a brain buster. Beautiful maneuver. And to boot with the feet on the ropes, cheating his way. Oh, I thought it would have been so beautiful if he had actually managed to cheat his way to a fall there. That would have been so perfect. But Seth did manage a kick out. Now Seth looks to be in full control. And Eddie could be in a dangerous spot here. Spot he does not want to be in. Suplex from Seth, but he holds on to it. Folded up with a Falcon Arrow. Nobody can do that. Nobody does that better than Seth freaking Rollins. The reason why he is such a damn good superstar. Let's not forget, no disqualification. Seth prematurely brought out a weapon there, but decided, you know what, I don't need it. I want to prove myself here. I want to show the world that I can do it without any kind of weapon use. I don't need to stoop that low to use weapons in a match like this. And Eddie took full control over that, kind of the distraction, the waiting too long. The hesitation is the wording I was trying to find. Got there in the end. That's all that matters. Shot to the gut. Off the ropes goes Seth. And curb stomp on Eddie Guerrero. Is that it for Eddie? Has Seth freaking Rollins gotten the first fall? But no. Eddie's still got some life left in him. With a big kick out. Crowd saying we're not worthy, and understandably so. Now, ducks down and into the clothesline from Eddie. This has been a pretty even competition so far in this match. And you love to see it. And you would have it no other way. Especially between these two superstars, where it makes the most sense. These two are evenly matched. And now Eddie's got it locked in properly. Lasso from El Paso. But the quickness of Seth Rollins to be able to evade that, to escape through that, roll through it. Make sure it doesn't get locked in too tight. A shot to the gut from Eddie. Is he going to go for it again? A brainbuster. Seth freaking Rollins not using the rope to his advantage this time around, but still a kick out. Holy damn. These two have had each other's numbers, have kicked out of their best maneuvers. Will they still be able to do it when everything is said and done, though? Now Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash! Felt very froggy. And his inner frog hit with picture perfectness, but still, what the damn hell? How in the world? And after evading that tope atomico, grazed with the super kick, in with the suplex. I mean, brainbuster twice and frog splash from Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero's best maneuver, and Seth freaking Rollins still managed to kick out. And now he decided to go for that stop sign that he took out earlier, and he's definitely going to use it this time around. Definitely not happy with how things have turned out so far. He's just taunting Eddie, saying, I could hit you full flush in the face if I wanted to. And Eddie taking full advantage of that. Again, the hesitation by Seth Rollins. Then hanging him over the ropes with a springboard guillotine. And now it's Eddie's turn to look underneath that ring. And what's he got in hand? A trash can lid. And he tried to use it on Seth. Seth didn't allow it to happen. Now Seth got Eddie on his shoulders. In it with a gut buster. Oh, and he tried to stomp him on the gut. Didn't work out. Eddie too quick. And in with a clothesline to the outside. And now the match is being taken to the outside. You don't really want to be here. This is a dangerous place to be. Seth, I think, knows it. He just hung him off the ropes. And now Eddie just throwing Seth across the arena. They're going to target that arm, that hand. Going to make sure it can't go to any kind of use in this matchup. And that's what you got to do in a match like this, in an Iron Man match. You got to target the limbs, target the body parts. Try and make sure to wear down your opponent as best as possible, so that they can't get any offense on you, as well as so you're able to get them down for the 1, 2, 3 or submission hold. Now on his shoulders, an electric chair with pure devastation. And looking underneath the ring, trash can in hand, and just decided to dispose of it because he saw Seth getting to his feet. And then, oh, missed the suicide dive. And elbow shot from Seth frickin' Rollins. Now it's his turn to take the advantage over Zorro, Eddie Guerrero. Now throwing Eddie back into the ring. That's the only place you can get your pinfall or submission. No disqualifications, but definitely not a false count anywhere match. And Eddie grabbed the head in with a DDT to Seth Rollins. This is Eddie's time. Is Eddie finally going to get a fall over Seth? No, still not. Still not. And a shot to the gut from Seth. Turning him around, grabbing around the waist. This time, his time to use an electric chair drop. And I believe Eddie Guerrero's, the back of his head, hit the trash can lid. But he's still somehow, some way, gaining a bit of composure. This is the natural instinct and the third brainbuster of this match. But Eddie obviously knows that hasn't gotten the job done yet. So he's got to hit something with extra measure. And now Eddie looking under the ring again. What's new? Oh, a steel chair. This is the length that Eddie Guerrero has to go to quite clearly. But Seth out of nowhere with that big knee straight to the face of Eddie Guerrero. And now Seth, after the kick out by Eddie, using the ropes this time. Eddie used it earlier to Seth's turn. Shot to the gut out of nowhere. And off the ropes. And curb stomp. The first one didn't get it done. Will the second one? No! Are you kidding me? And I just want to mention, we've been 11 minutes into this match, and there's still not been a single fall. What in the damn hell? This is how much it means to win to both these superstars, to be known as the best of the best, and better than the other. Now Seth just spinning around ripcord knee. And Seth has to be frustrated right now after the kick out from Eddie Guerrero. And things are going to get desperate between these two. You can be sure of that. I think Eddie was going to set up a brainbuster again. And now Seth just turns around into single leg Boston Crab. Eddie has nowhere to go. Eddie has nowhere to go. But Seth lets go. Maybe realize he's been tortured enough, worn down enough to set him up for another curb stomp. Third one of the match. Will the third one be the charm for Seth frickin' Rollins? Yes, it is. Finally. Finally, we get a fall in this match. But it is well frickin' earned. And now all Seth Rollins needs to do is stay on the attack game. Keep on the defense. Trying to make sure Eddie doesn't get a fall over him. And Eddie taking advantage after sidestepping that springboard. Lasso from El Paso on the outside and Seth tap. But it doesn't matter. You can only win on the inside of that ring. But has Eddie worn down Seth enough where maybe he can hit something big on Seth on the inside of the ring? Has taken too much time. Still managed to get him down. Holy damn. And you have to be wondering what is going through Eddie Guerrero's mind right now. Well, clearly not good things. He's going to the top rope while Seth is on the outside. And he hits with the diving drop kick, missile drop kick. A shot to the gut. Not on the outside. Not on the outside. A brain buster. Scrambling the brains of Seth frickin' Rollins. Eddie, why don't you just throw him into the ring? You can pin him. The dude is should, dead to rights, done. But he wants to inflict more pain and punishment on Seth for all the kickouts, for getting the first fall, making him pay for everything. And the natural instinct ability of Seth freaking Rollins to still be in it after all of this, after everything he's been through. Shot to the gut from Seth freaking Rollins on the outside of pedigree. The punishment these two are inflicting on each other is just like, what the hell, man? It feels like it's not even about winning anymore. It's about hurting each other and proving who is the damn best. And now what? Seth's just stalking Eddie from the inside of the ring, just staring him down, waiting for him, and guillotine from Eddie out of nowhere. And just, almost did a stomp on the chest. And I got chair in hand, striking him down hard. And now going in for the cover. Eddie's hoping, he's got to hope for a fall here. And he gets it. And now we're one apiece. We're at a draw, at a stalemate once again. But Seth with the shot to the gut of Eddie. The quickness, in with the curb stomp again. But he's not done yet. Knows he's got to hit something next level big again. In with the alley-oop for good measure. And I'm pretty sure the curb stomp alone might have gotten the job done. But the alley-oop was insult to injury. And now Seth has one ahead again. Now ducking down. Looking for, rolls through. Followed with a kick to the chest. And in with the cover from Seth frickin' Rollins. The Eddie Guerrero. But no, Eddie's not going to get it that easily. Not going to take it that easily. And in with the running Hurricane Rana, realized he had a weapon in hand. Had to do something quick. Oh, and I think Eddie is trying for a brainbuster, but Seth reversed it into a schoolboy. And then Eddie turns it around. Eddie turns it around. But Seth turns it back around on Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie kicks out. Striking game of Eddie. He has to hit something big on Seth if he hopes to tie it up again. Throwing him to the outside won't do him any favors though. But it might help with getting Seth down at least enough to hit something big on him. Back in the ring. Off the ropes he goes. Suicide dive. Sending him straight into the barricade. But what the hell? Seth is back to his feet. And the crowd saying this is awesome. And that's an understatement. This is fantastic. This is incredible. This is next level. I am in awe at what we've been witnessing and what we've been seeing. I mean, you know that these two superstars are the greats. But I mean, at this level, at this caliber, with this magnitude, it's just indescribable, man. And then Eddie in with the three amigos on that steel chair to Seth Rollins. And that took everything out of Eddie. Had to crawl his way into a cover over Seth. And Seth kicks out. Not surprised. That's not usually followed up by a cover. But Eddie was desperate there. And now Eddie going to set it up. Lasso from El Paso. Lasso from El Paso. Locked in tight, wrenching it. And Seth had no choice but to tap out. Either tap or snap in that instance. But we're all tied up again, folks. Is somebody going to be able to get another fall in the next 2 minutes? Less than that. Minute 15. These 2-0 sling blade from Seth. Shot to the gut of Eddie. He's taking a step back. Taking a step back. Curb stomp to Eddie. Curb stomp to Eddie. Seth's got it. Seth's got it. He's got to get it in the last minute. And he does. Seth's got it. Surely no way. Seth's just got to keep him down. Oh no, Eddie, you're in a dangerous spot. And Seth just has to keep this locked in. But Eddie with a big strike to Seth, to the face, an uppercut to Seth Rollins. And Eddie going to the top rope. No way, not with 20 seconds left. Not with 20 seconds. Is he going to do it? Is he going to pull off the upset? And he gets it. It's now a draw. It's now a draw. Is Eddie going to, or Seth going to get a quick pin? 5 seconds. No. And time's up. It's a draw. It's a draw. Crowd chanting to restart the match. Restart the match. We are going to go to sudden death, folks. We definitely are. And yeah, we continue. The match has continued into sudden death. And Seth, and to get early advantage over Eddie. My goodness. That was unbelievable, folks. Unfreaking believable. Holy cow. The fact that Eddie managed to pull that out when he looked in deep, deep, dangerous waters to get a quick frog splash to tie it all up. That's just unbelievable. Oh, I don't even know what else to say, folks. I really don't know. And now Seth is on the apron. But these two are so worn down. So damn hurt. And keep up from Eddie. After everything he's been through, I have no idea how he does that. But he just hit Seth Rollins off of that ropes. And Seth hit hard. And now these two taking him to the outside once again. And Eddie trying to maybe bounce Seth's head off of that apron. Now the attack game on the outside. Seth Rollins with a face plant. Who in the hell is coming out on top of this one? Because now it's only one fall to the finish, folks. Whoever gets this fall is going to be your winner. And the undisputed best. Now Seth, after those attacks from the stop sign to Eddie, dragging him along, slowly picking him up, shot to the gut of Eddie Guerrero. If he hits this, it has to be over. What the hell? No! No! Eddie kicked out! And springboard moonsault from Seth. Seth going to the top rope. Turning around. Phoenix splash to Eddie Guerrero. That may have winded himself in the process. Shot to the gut of Eddie. Setting it up. Pedigree. And you can see the wear and tear that's been taken out of both of these superstars. And what? Unbelievable. Oh no, 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 no. Curb stomp. And there's surely no way out of this. No way in hell now. There you freaking have it. Wow. Absolutely. absolutely wow. This match just blew me completely out the water. Any expectations you could have had for this kind of match, you knew it was going to be fantastic from the get-go. You knew the caliber of these two superstars going head-to-head, a dream match, a fantasy match. It was going to be amazing. But it was amazing, incredible, fantastic, and then some. It was far, far, far beyond any expectations any of us could have ever imagined or dreamed of. The fact that Eddie got that final fall in the last 20 seconds to tie it all up and then led us into sudden death. You cannot make this shit up. It was perfect. These two took each other to the limit. They took the physicality to each other. They had a picture-perfect match. It was brutal, and you love to see it. But at the end of the day, they could only be one winner, and it is the visionary. It is the revolutionary. It is Seth freaking Rollins. And he's going to ride that wave of momentum all the way into the future of his career. But that's all we have for tonight, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, not forget to smash that like button, share the video, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, turn the notification bell so you not miss a single episode or any other video to come. Keep tight, keep well, keep fighting the big fight. Hope you keep enjoying your Halloween day, and I shall see you next time.